into Bigfoot? What motivated you, of all things?
I was involved with a group of hunters that encountered something up there. They didn't know what it was, but left a Bigfoot impression. Had a great big voice, and I went up there because I was friends with them, and they were hunting. I wasn't a hunter at the time, but I became a hunter just so I could be part of the group. And that's what got me involved. These things started coming around the camp. It was about 8 miles into the wilderness in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and 8,400 feet in elevation. So it was quite a trip to get in there. Very imposing area, and that's what got me involved. I started studying. First, I was raised religiously in churches and stuff, so I kind of had to look what's the Bible say about Bigfoot and about giants, because these things were giants. They're huge. And so that's how I got involved, and it's been an exciting journey. I got to tell you, I've been doing it now for over 50 years, and it's a big part of your life when it gets into you like this. And we recorded their vocalizations up there, started recording them because I started going back as often as I could, and that was quite an adventure. And they were mostly coming around and interacting with us when we were inside our shelter, which is a makeshift log shelter. And that was what was pretty exciting, because their sounds were ferocious at first. I mean, really pretty frightening. It could be, but after a while you realize that they're not going to eat you. They didn't carry us away, and we all get to get out and go back again. So you just kept going back and wondering what was going on. What is it? What are these things? Most researchers, like we were, just thinking there was some kind of unidentified giant ape running around the woods. And I think a lot of people still think that, but they're a little bit more than that, I think I've decided after all these years of researching it all over the world. And so that's what got me into it. Was these guys were very honorable. I knew them; they're business people too, and as I was, and we kind of kept it under our hats and for a while until a few years ago when Alan Berry, the investigative reporter we took up there in '72, who got wind that something was going on, but he was looking for a hoax. And we didn't know that at the time, but he was, and he got caught up in it too. And he's the one that actually started recording them also, and he got the sounds, they got established as being very credible. They weren't manipulated. They weren't played forward or backward. They weren't speeded up or slowed down by Professor Curlin at the University of Wyoming. And that kind of got it on a roll and got me more involved, because when he came back with that very credible report, and he wrote a paper on it and published it in a book, and